Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is the Copernicus and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tech World 2. So in this episode, we are actually going to get started in tech, believe it or not. In between the last episode and this episode, I went mining for a while. I was going to mine quite a while, but then after just a few minutes, I happened to find myself some diamonds. That's right. Lucky me. I got 6 there, and I got another 3 for this diamond pickaxe. And I got some lapis and some other junk. That doesn't really matter. But since we got diamonds, now we can do something a little pretty fun. Anyways, we're going to make a turtle that will automatically harvest wood and refuel itself and plant saplings and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's going to be really nice to have a constant supply of wood, and then we can make that into charcoal, and voila, we have a pretty much infinite source of fuel, but we'll be needing to upgrade that anyways. So the first thing we're going to need to make a turtle is a computer. So a computer's made with just some stone, glass pane, and redstone. So I mean, you have to get some redstone. All the other stuff is pretty easy, but all in all, easy recipe. So we got ourselves a computer, but we need to make this computer mobile. So with some iron and an inventory, aka this chest, we can make a turtle. So now we've got a turtle. And to make this turtle be able to do more than just kind of walk around and interact with inventories, we needed to be able to chop wood, and in this case we can just use this diamond pickaxe and it becomes a mining turtle. So now we've got ourselves a mining turtle. How do we use it? Well, this isn't my program, but I will link it in the description so you guys can use it yourselves too. I really like it, but it's a logging program that is very customizable, very awesome, and basically you can decide how you want to collect the saplings, but you just need some dirt and some saplings and tell it how many blocks wide and long you need it, and it will start planting. So in this case, since I'm not very far in tech, all I did was make a little basin underneath where my trees are going to be planted, put some water, had the saplings fall down to this next layer, and finally have them fall into this little chamber at the end here, and they should all get pushed down here. And right here I have a hopper, and it's facing into this chest. So you'll see that as all the saplings get collected, or as they fall down, they I mean, some of them might hit the edges and stuff, but I'm not too concerned about that. They will fall into the water, and eventually all make their way down here. Now you could put ice instead of cobble. You could put ice under the water so they move faster, but I'm not too concerned about speed right now. And I probably won't be, because it just doesn't matter too much. But anyways, I made another transfer node. This, as you remember from previous episode, this can take items from inventories and move them to others. So all I'm going to do is slap that right on top of the chest. So anything that's in that chest is going to get picked up by this and moved to wherever I tell it to. And for this program, this happens to be the pickup chest, if you want to call it that. So I've got some the cabling, the transfer pipes from extra utilities, and I'm just going to run that down, over, and down into there. So now anything in that chest, sucked up, put into that chest there. Alright, not too hard so far. I think I'm going to cover this up just a bit. Like that, why not? Hey, chicken. Alright, so I was just using this dirt as a placeholder, but turtle can go right there, and this is the chest it's going to look for saplings in. So obviously all the stuff falling from the trees, saplings, get picked up into there. So it's going to be looking for saplings in here, and here I made an iron chest, which is just a chest with iron surrounding it. Basically gives you the space of a double chest, and you can upgrade it all the way to diamond, which makes some pretty good sized chest. But this is where it's going to be storing anything extra. So if it sees any, I believe if it sees any apples in here, it will move them right over here. Plus any logs it collects, making its way, doing its rounds and chopping down the trees. Any logs it collects will also be in there. I might have it from this chest have the wood to go into a barrel so I can hold even more, but if I set that up, I'll show you guys how to do that. It's pretty much the same thing, just put a transfer node and a barrel next to it. Not too difficult. But anyways, when you open up the turtle, you'll see this. Here's the turtle's inventory down here, and pretty much the first thing you want to do with any turtle or any computer pretty much anything in computercraft. I guess that's really the only two things, but is you want to set a label. And you do that by doing label, set, and anything you want. So I'm going to name this the Choppa. So the computer label has been set to the Choppa, and this makes it so that when I pick the turtle up, aka breaking it with a pick, it will remember everything it knows. So it will remember how much fuel it had in it, it will remember all its programs, and if you don't label it, and say you fuel up your turtle a lot, and then you break it without a label, you will lose all that fuel that you put into the turtle. So make sure to set it. The next thing we're going to want to do is to give it a little initial fuel. So, I mean, this furnace right here, it will actually put use wood and burn wood to you get fuel for itself, which is awesome. But we want a little bit of fuel to get it started, you know. So I think I want a little more than 6 coal to start her up. Let's see what we can do here. This should be plenty. 16. And if you want to, actually, even lava is a great source of fuel for turtles. That's what I will be using. If we use a turtle for mining, which I might. But, yeah, lava is a great source. But I just don't want to go and find any right now. So to fuel up, you can just type refuel all. And it will refuel from any fuel source in the inventory. And you can see we've got 1,280 fuel now. That means this turtle can move 1,280 spaces before it has to refuel. So that's quite a bit. And it should be able to easily do this and start making its own fuel by then. So now that we've got that, we want to set up, you know, we want to get it some saplings and all that good stuff. But first I'm going to tell you how to download the program. So I'll put this link in the description. I'll put this link in the description so you can look at it too, and I'll even put just the straight up lines of code that I'm going to use here, so if you don't want to go to the website, you don't have to. But first, we're going to type in this. So pastebin get and that code, and then you want the name of your program. I'm going to keep it what it was for stock. It's just going to be called Logger. You connected to pastebin, download the program as Logger. And if you want the turtle to restart, so that because turtles are kind of finicky if you log off and log back on, and if you're single player, or if the server restarts if you're on multiplayer, they can get really finicky. But some I don't know what you want to call program authors include stuff so that it will fix itself on startup. So there's another thing you're going to type in basically, and if you name your program startup, that's what will run on startup. So he's also included that. And I'm guessing that pretty much just kind of remembers where it was last time, and then goes back and keeps doing what it was doing. So now that we've got that, let's run Logger. Look at that. Okay, so now you can see it's wide and long, and turtle is facing up on the first row of trees. So you want to put it on the edge. Actually, I think I might have to move this turtle, unfortunately. I think it has to be 2 away from the dirt, but we'll get across that river when it comes. But so you want to tell it how long. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 long, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. How many trees long? Oh wait, long is this way. Oh yeah, 4. So we want 4 long, 5 wide. And now it's got this awesome GUI, and I'm gonna have to sleep quick because I don't want to deal with any baddies while I'm setting this guy up. This is a really neat program, and I would suggest it to anyone who's looking for a way to automatically chop down trees with a turtle. And I'm almost 100% sure you don't need a turtle with an actual axe. I'm pretty sure you can use any turtle with almost any tool, at least a mining type tool, so like shovel, axe, pick, you know. So, but I guess we'll find out. So now we see, please put in slot 1, 21 dirt needed. So this is slot 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 16. So we're gonna put dirt in there. Refill saplings. Put saplings in slot 9. Extras go into the left chest and in slot 10. So we're going to configure this. You can press any button to configure, and you get this neat little menu here. So we're going to do furnace, true, good. So furnace is on, so that means it thinks there's a furnace up there, which there is. Sapling chest, true. Output chest, true. And quit program. And you can change the turtle name if you want. I forgot that this program actually gives the turtle a name, so you don't have to, but if you want to change it, which I do, my new name is Java. Alright, so we can go back, and again, it tells us we need saplings in slot 9 here. So let's figure out what kind of saplings we need to use. I think I'm going to go with apple oak. Maybe later I might change it up to rubber to get some rubber trees. I only have 4 of them though. Alright, I tell you what, I'm going to grow some apple saplings with some bone meal. Actually, I'm going to make a watering can from extra utilities. This speeds up the growth of crops. This recipe here is only for peaceful mode, so yeah, only for peaceful mode. So don't use this recipe even though it doesn't include bone meal, because that's only for, it won't work, that's only for peaceful mode. So I'm going to make this one. I'm going to basically you just right click what you want to grow and it will grow faster, not instantly. So I'm going to get some more apple saplings and I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, I'm back quick. As I was getting more saplings, I realized I only had 1 diamond pick and I didn't want to make a new one just for mining some obsidian. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this turtle. And turtles can obviously mine obsidian because they're made with a diamond pick. So before I put this thing to use in my farm, I decided I should probably grab some obsidian with it first. And basically, I just put a little bit of water, just kind of like how you'd mine normal obsidian, so like if there's lava underneath it won't fall through. And by the way, turtles are not affected by lava at all. They can move right through it with no problem, which makes them sort of better over quarries in that way, but there's ways around that. So anyways, I put it down, and since it does this on startup, you might be thinking, you know, how do I get it to mine this obsidian? So if you hold Control and T for a while, it'll terminate, and you can see it there. And if I can start typing stuff like this, but let me see how I'm gonna get out here. If you just press return a few times, it should clear out like that. So in case you don't know anything about turtles and how to use them, a good way to just clear out a chunk of obsidian or whatever is in front of it, if you do tunnel and a number, it will do a 3x3 and go as far as you tell it to. So if I say tunnel 5, it goes in a 3x3. Or did I misspoke? 2x2. 2x3? 2x2. 2x3. Gosh, let me get it right. Alright. So yeah, but anyways, it just mines 5 spaces. And it stopped. So there we go, 8 obsidian. I'm going to do this for a little bit longer and get a few more obsidian. Some cool stuff I'm going to be making in this episode with it. But after that, I'll get back to getting some more saplings, and then we'll finish our farm up. Alright guys, welcome back. These apple saplings were taking far too long, and I'm not even 100% sure that they grow here. So I just decided to go with some good old-fashioned origin saplings. You can go with oak or pretty much anything you want. I'm not 100% sure if it can handle like large oaks, but as I am looking around here, I don't see any like big origin oak things. So like I'm not sure, but easy way to prevent that is like measure the height of your tree, like the biggest height it can get, and then above that put like a glass ceiling or just a cobblestone block above it so that it's forced to grow small and it cannot grow big. So anyways, we've got our dirt here in slot 1. I'm going to place these saplings in this slot, and it says it needs fuel. It has fuel, but it needs to be reassured that it has fuel. So I'm going to just grab some, I think I'm going to make some quick charcoal and use that, because it's going to be using charcoal the whole time. But this watering can is really nice for making crops grow a little bit faster, and you can even water grass to make flowers grow and stuff. I thought I'd also show some stuff that I've been picking up. I've got these oreberry bushes. Let's sort this chest out. I've got iron ore, copper ore, tin ore, and aluminum ore. And basically these are little bushes that you can grow, and it has to be dark enough. So what you can do is just make like a little wall with slabs, so you can still see them, but slabs don't let any light through, so it'd be still dark. You plant them and you get these little ore berries from them. And you can automate this, but you only get one nugget, I believe. Okay, yeah, so you basically get a nugget per ore berry, or you can smelt it right into a nugget. So it's a little slow for me. I don't like using them not at all too much, but we'll go ahead and start this turtle up. But it is useful. There's experience bushes that if I find those, I'll definitely use those. You get a little nugget type thing, and you can use that, just like right-click it in your hand, and it becomes experience. So I might show you some cool stuff you can do with that. It needs 7 fuel. My bad. Turtle's so greedy. Alright, that should be plenty. Hopefully I don't have to do much maintenance besides make sure this chest is not completely full and make sure this chest is not completely full. Alright, let's get going. So you see there, it's checking if there's a sapling. There's not. Places one. And if it runs into a tree, it just mines out the whole tree. But like I said, I'm not sure if it can do like big oak trees, so you might want to watch out for that. So like spruce would be a good one. Oak is always a good one. If I could have got these apple trees, that's a good one. Yeah, this is just going to plant them. It's going to come back here, and it's going to wait. And then you can change how long it waits, which I'll probably be checking out. If you see it going around and there's only like 1 or 2 tree grown by the time it goes around and tries to chop them all down, if you see that, you can increase the wait time so it waits longer. It doesn't waste as much fuel. But you know, after a while, you can really just decrease the wait time so it gets you as much wood as possible. It's really up to you, but I'm gonna check out how this thing does for a while, and I'll be back when I find out what we're gonna do next. Hey guys, quick update here. I'm just gonna make another thing. This is the tank from OpenBlock that I mentioned, I think in the first episode. It's basically in my personal opinion, one of the best tanks you can get. I'll show you right now. They're pretty easy. I mean, obsidian, yeah, sort of expensive early game, but I mean, it's not too bad. And then just glass. So you can really mass produce these things if you get out a while. So actually, let's see. Alright, so first thing that you'll notice is it looks really nice, and if you put 2 of them next to each other, they connect textures, which is awesome. And you can literally make these things any shape you want, and they will connect textures. And they're pretty hard to break, which, I mean, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But anyways, we're just going to take just 1 tank. Alright, so we've got a tank. You can just right-click it to fill it up with water. I'm going to use my reservoir here to demonstrate this. So we've got 3 buckets of water in there. You can see that it can hold 16 buckets of water, which is quite a bit for a block space. You can get more from other mods like thermal expansion, but I mean, this is pretty much the cheapest way. And you'll notice if you break it, you keep the water. That's right. Anything you break while it's in there, you get to keep the contents of it. And it tells you it's 19% full, which is just awesome. And if you put 2 tanks next to each other, they'll split out evenly, which is cool. Let's say you have, tanks and you want to condense them as far as possible, just stack them right on top of each other, and they'll all flow towards where they're supposed to. But I think I'm going to have to get rid of this. But I'm going to take these tanks, and I'm going to go get a bunch of lava with them. So I'll be back after I fill these tanks up with some lava. Alright guys, I'm back, and I just wanted to show you one thing real quick before I go. We're hitting that wrapping up point. But anyways, I've got a tank here, an empty tank, and I've got a drain, excuse me, I always get that confused, a XP drain from OpenBlocks. Pretty easy recipe, just some iron bars. So if you put a XP drain on top of a tank and stand on it, voila, liquid XP in a tank. So you can save all your XP up so that if you die, you don't lose it. And if you ever need it back, a simple right click on the tank will get you 1 level back. But I think I'm just going to put a little XP thing over here to store my XP for me. So I can go like that, throw the drain over it, and voila, anytime I have some XP that I need to get rid of, just go over and stand over here, and we should drain it. But you're going to have to wait till next time to see what we're going to do with this lava. And we're going to start getting into more and more tech, and my tree farm over there is doing great. Let's check that out real quick before we head off for the day. I've got magnet wood on, so that doesn't help. But you can see, oh cool, I'm getting some persimmons because it's a biomes of plenty tree. So I guess I do get food anyways, instead of using the apples. But yep, it's taking it from there. Every time it's done sleeping, it will put the wood into here. So the wood's not in there yet, but that'll work just fine. But I think we're hitting the wrapping up point for today. But check back tomorrow for a new video. And remember, the cake is a lie.